Hi there. Let's take a look at some monitoring options for Qlik Sense. A while back I was asked whether it was possible to monitor applications for failures. And that led to some thoughts on how can we monitor Sense as a platform and also the tools surrounding Qlik Sense. So I settled for using a tool called healthchecks.io. And this is a health checks dashboard that we're looking at here. And this is specific then for Qlik Sense. Looking at health checks, it's an open source project. They also have a commercial plan. So if you don't want to host it yourself, you can use that. But the code is available on GitHub. It runs on Docker containers and everything. So here we're monitoring both physical and virtual servers that also seem to be working just fine. What we see here for each server is an uptime check, basically. The server reports in every now and then. I think they're configured for every hour to check in. And for the Pro 2 server, it was checked in 11 minutes ago. And it's supposed to check in at least every 12 hours. And this is easy to change. Let's say that we want to have every hour, every 2 hours instead. That's easy to change. We can also monitor surrounding tools. So here we have a set of the Butler tools. That's a family of open source DevOps tools for extending Qlik Sense with various functions. Butler CW is for cache warming. SOS is for real-time metrics around Qlik Sense, and so on. So they're all working well, and these tools all check in on a regular basis, and if they don't, an alert will be triggered. So setting an alert is pretty simple. Let's look at Butler's cache warming here. It's been up for quite some time, but there was a time here that was down from 6:55 to about 8 p.m. a few weeks ago. You have an option of different notifications, Slack, email, and quite a few more. Finally, we're looking at monitoring Qlik Sense applications. And two demo apps here. One is for with data from the Seattle library and checkouts, and another is from meetup.com and their data set. Interesting here is that the meetup.com one is scheduled to it's configured to check for data every day at 9 a.m. So this is a slightly more advanced way of defining the checks. You can do it like this as well. So the app is supposed to check in every day with a grace time of 10 minutes. But you can also use a Cron Schedule that allows for more detailed configuration. So in this case, the app has to check in at 9 a.m. every day, and there's a grace time of 10 minutes. So if the check-in hasn't happened at 9:10 a.m. every day, an alert will be sent. So those alerts then, what do they look like? Well, the email one could look like this. Here we see that meetup.com, that check has gone down. That app has not checked in the way it should. And in this case, that could be, for example, an extract transform chain. So let's say you have a chain of Sense apps that are supposed to finish by 9 a.m. If they don't finish, you will get an alert. Can be useful. We also had a Slack notification, and that one looks like this. Here it's the Butler Authenticator service that went down first and then came back up again. And the similar kind of notifications can be sent to Microsoft Teams and lots of other tools. And with this, oh, one more thing, yes. The configuring Qlik Sense apps to do this is quite simple. You only need to include a couple of subs here that are used basically to call the monitoring tool. And once they're defined, they can be included in include files. It's very, very easy to signal to the monitoring tool that a job starts, call health check start with an ID. And then after data has been loaded and what needs to be done has been done, you signal that you're done by calling the health check again. And this then calls, what this does behind the scenes is it calls the monitoring tool and basically tells it that the service has finished. A nice thing here is that we get a log of what reloads have happened. In the QMC, in the standard sense, you only get information about the latest job that ran, and it's kind of hard to see how long did it take and how long does it usually take to reload a particular application. Here we get that information simply by looking at the log. Here we can see each reload that has taken place for this particular application. And it looks like it usually takes 2 minutes, 45 seconds-ish, sometimes a bit more. And that concludes the demonstration of monitoring Sense applications. Thank you for watching.